What's up, guys, gals, and non binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. It's Tuesday night. Hope you guys are doing well. I am actually just sitting here finishing up the square that I'm working on. I'll probably flop open another one on this same painting for tonight. And yeah, let me tell you about my tools really quickly. I am using a pen from Diamond Pen Pal. This one you're used to seeing. It is the Satura pen. And I'm using a tray from Ephemera 3D. This is their Deep Sticks tray. Love this thing. And in my multi-placer, I'm using Putty Crocker's Pumpkin Patchouli, which smells better than you think it does. And then in my single placer, I'm using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily over on Etsy. And it works just like a glue dot. It starts out liquid and white. It goes from white to clear when it solidifies and dries and works just like a glue dot does. The diamond painting that I am working on currently is, get you a picture here, Evening Melodies from Abraham Hunter. I love this one. I am right about, where am I in this diamond painting? Oh, up here by the boat, like top of the boat area. This is where I'm working into right now. And hello to those of you joining in the chat. Hello to Amy. Hi, Wallflower. Hi, Shannon. How are you guys doing this beautiful Tuesday night? I hope that wherever you are, you're getting some beautiful warm weather as it is springing up some spring all over the place. We are seeing our usual flock of pelicans arriving and sticking around. So we can always tell like spring is in full effect when they start hanging around in bigger groups instead of just one here and there. Hi, Abby. Hi, Ms. Rock Music. Welcome. So tonight, even though it's not Saturday night, I don't think it matters. I felt like, okay, let's keep going with this idea of the scavenger hunt because why not, right? And if you've been playing along far, and it's okay if you haven't, um, then the total possible points that you could have earned so far are 60 points. Sorry, Beans is a little barky today. I don't know what his issue is. Um, People everywhere, you know. So my first 30 questions, I got 30 out of 30. Now this last one, I got 28 out of 30. So I'm actually 2 points behind. And then I've got another 30 to ask tonight. Now, if you are looking for the list so far, once everything is all said and done, I'll probably post the list in its entirety on Discord so people can, total up their points if they really want to. There's nothing, special to the points. It was fun last time, or the questions from day one posted. They are actually in the group text, but hold on a moment. Let me see if I can get you. All right, so here are the first 30. Actually, I'll go 15 15 because I feel like it's going to limit me on how many. I will put it into not channel announcements. I'm trying to figure a good, because group text hangout is. Let's go with, you know what? I'll add, we'll call it live games. And it will be a channel under information. And then here's the list of scavenger hunt items. Okay, first 15. There's the first 15. Whoop, too far. Here we go. Here's the next 15. And then we're going to go with the next 15, I'm going to go up to 60 because that's where we are right now. Just created a new channel in the Discord so that you could double check. Now, there are a couple that I did not have from the last time, and that was I don't have anything with partial drills, and I don't have anything with double-sided adhesive. Tricky, tricky, tricky. You want to play with a friend who can't join the lives. Well, that's just fine. So I created a channel under information called Live Games, and it'll be in there. So then if we play other games on the lives, then I'll just put stuff in there. It'll make it easier, especially when we come up with those weird AI images that I want. So yes, I came up with another 30, and I figure we can keep going with it, see what people's points are that they're earning. Now, again, the points don't really mean anything. It's just for fun, but it's fun to find out. You know what I mean? Why not? Could this eventually become something where like I challenge fellow YouTubers to go on their own scavenger hunts for these things? Sure, why not? What's up, Jamie? But if you are interested and you want to get caught up, go ahead and score yourselves your points for whatever you might have in your. Well, okay, so the way that I'm doing it is I'm starting first with finished paintings that have those things in them from the scavenger hunt. And then if I don't have a finish with any of that stuff, then I go to my WIPs. If nothing in my WIPs, then I go to my stash. That way, people who might not have a lot of, stash, they might have a lot of finishes. Doesn't have to be licensed. If you're not a person who has licensed paintings, then that's just fine. Anything that works. And then what you do is once you find something that fits, I just put down the name of the piece and the artist. For me, it would be licensed paintings. That's pretty much what I have. I have used a couple of unlicensed paintings to get, the proper responses, but yeah, no partials. I'd done a partial. Oh no, maybe it wasn't the partial one. It was double-sided adhesive and something else I didn't get the last time. But yeah, I came up with another 30. I figure, why the heck not? We had fun with it. Why not continue with the fun? See how many points people can get. But I'll give people time to filter into the live like they usually do. I am noticing though that the change in time for the lives seems to be doing well enough, so that's good. Tuesday afternoons were okay. I mean, it is what it is, but moving it to the evening time on Tuesdays seemed to work better. It also kind of works better with regard to like what's going on in the house too, because um Dustin's home from work, the dogs they've been walked and they're kind of settled at this point. So it works out better, I think, for everybody. Yeah, you might still hear beans bellowing out every now and again, but that's more or less just because it's nice out that we're walking around. But what is everybody working on for diamond paintings? Or are you driving? Are you cooking? Like what are you working on right now? I've got this and one more color to go on this, and then I am done with this square. I set this up a little differently than I would normally do, and I put large size release papers down, but that is because I had to pull the plastic off. Oh, okay. So the plastic that was on here was actually like crooked. And what was happening was it was the sectioned plastic, but what would happen is I would get working and then all of a sudden the line was getting like smaller and smaller as I was going, like the squares were just getting smaller and nothing was lining up correctly. It was driving me insane. I tried to take the plastic kind of off and put it back on straight and then I just creased it. So I went, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and cover the whole thing with release papers and work on it like that because, oh my goodness, what a mess. What a mess. Starting my second row of duck bath. Woo! Putting washi on my new trays. Might work on Serena in a little while. Ooh. Washi on the trays is good. Sometimes I worry about washi and then sometimes I don't on trays. It just kind of depends. I do got to put some fresh putty in my pen here. But I'll do that while I'm getting things ready and getting ready for this square. Scooch some things around here. There we go. That's a little better. There we are. But yeah, otherwise, been kind of a normal week over here. We went for a walk with the dogs and Beans got to take a full body dunk in the river. He was very happy about that. Went and saw the pelicans and enjoyed the nice weather because it's been kind of up and down, like it is in April and May in Wisconsin, anyways. Hi, Amber. Welcome. And yeah, I figure we'll start doing the scavenger hunt questions. We'll give people a little time to filter in, but did everybody get what you were hoping to get for this last weekend? I know there were some good drops. These over here. I'm squeaking everything right now. Like I'm past the halfway point now, and like this much of the drills are still all of my extra drills, but they're all like 939, 823, 803, 792, 336, 3 bags. And then looks like 4 bags of 312, all of the blue, basically. All the blue colors for the sky. You got the Morales? Well done. How was your retreat? Didn't you have the retreat this last weekend? How did that go? Did you have a good time? I hope so. That was the one that was in Ohio? Question mark? I can't remember. I feel like there was a retreat this weekend and it was in Ohio. I just made that up, which is totally possible. Yeah, lots of fun. Exhausting. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Oh, that dark Lilith, man. She's beautiful. Beautiful. Pennsylvania. Oh, got you. Okay. Well, you'll have to tell me more about it. Tell me all about it. It's funny though, you say exhausting, but it's like it's supposed to be a retreat, so it's supposed to be like relaxing. But I imagine, I don't know, anytime you spend time away from home where you're gone for more than a few hours, just being around people, socializing, like packing, unpacking, whatever can be exhausting. Not that, being around people is always exhausting, but I find it can be a lot for people. Okay, got my crystals because I got a few crystals I got to lay down here. But yeah, do tell later in voice chat if you're going to be in the voice chat. There's a lot of retreats, I think it seems like, coming up in the next few weeks here. And I feel like that's sort of normal. Things are ramping up for people. People are getting busy because the weather, of course, is getting nicer. So people are spending more time out of the house. I know we do. Not, always with taking trips or whatever, but we'll take a day trip to uh hang out on the Great Lake or something like that, which I have fun doing. I'm looking for, it's basically this one. This square is like a majority two colors. So I'm looking to do the few colors that are just like, oh, here's one or two of them. Itty bitties. This will be kind of a little bit of a boring square, I think. That's all right though. It's still really confetti heavy. I know you probably can't see it from up there, but as it's only two colors, there's like, it's just checkerboarded basically. So that's a landscape for you. No complaints. This is the one that I'm working on for my in-laws. So I hope they like it. If they don't, I'll just go ahead and take it right back home. Everybody's so quiet. Is my chat working? Oh, okay. Let's see. Nines. Here we go. Some nines. For people who were only paying attention via like the lives or whatever, I did end up finishing Cauldron of Myrrh. That one is all done. And I finished one that I had gotten from Realizations Eric at Karen, and I have to get that video. I have to get that video edited along with a one from Enablers Outpost because I'm editing those into like the unboxing and post review together. I'm going to try it out and see how I like that format and see if other people like that format. Totally stole that idea from Lisette and I love the idea. So if people like it, then that's the way I'll do it. But I just got to get it edited. Forgot I mixed two colors, but like you can't even really tell that I mixed two colors. And when I'm laying stuff down, man, it's a pain in the toot because they're very, very close. It's like the difference is mild, very, very mild difference between the two colors. So I'm picking them out one by one. But only when it's time to lay them down on the canvas. I don't have time to sit here and pick through them just to separate them. It just sounds like torture right now. This works just as well. Are you liking that storage system? Okay, so the crafties, I have 4 of them. I love them. What I wish that they would do is or craftmates, not crafties. What I wish that they would do is I wish that they would come up with a system like a trapper keeper where like instead of just opening like a book, right? Like this one where it just opens like this, okay, I want it to have a third page that closes in, and then you fold this over top of it like a wider, so you have 3 pages instead of just 2, so that you can have more storage, because there's only what, 56 in a regular Craftmates. That would give you a possibility to have another 28 in each one. And man, I would love that, because that would work for basically everything. I can't think of too many that I have in my stash that need more than, what is that, 56 and 28, 80, whatever, right? I can't think of too many that are in my stash that I need more than 80 storage for. And it's a perfect size, because if you're comparing it to the Elizabeth Ward, it's like the second size up of Elizabeth Ward is exactly this same height, width, whatever. The only gripe that I have for this particular system for Craftmates is if you drop it on the floor and it hits that pink button, it'll pop open your containers, and that's a mess. That's my one gripe that I don't like about it. And then not having enough of them. But other than that, Craftmates is like one of my favorite storage systems. I love it for just about everything. And then anything else, I have my sorry. Beans? Excuse you, sir. What are you barking about? Nothing? Just nothing? Sorry. Then I have like, my art dot drawer system, or my Elizabeth Ward, or, sometimes if things arrive in baggies, I might leave them in baggies. It just kind of depends on what I feel like dealing with that day. But no, I love them otherwise. Oh, I guess the other pain in the butt is when you get drills stuck in this little spot here, and then you're trying to close things. What about getting drills in your shoes? Yeah, I'm sure you do get drills in your shoes. I get drills in my shoes. Hi, Glory. I get them under my boobs sometimes. Random drill in my bra. Yep, it happens. I don't feel bad about you getting drills in your shoes. Sorry, not sorry. I feel zero bad. Are you going to take him for a... Okay. I'll see you in a little bit. Take your time. Thanks. Could take Beans away for a little while. Okay, so the game. If you guys are ready, I can explain again for those who just showed up what exactly the scavenger hunt game is if you haven't played it yet. With the scavenger hunt, you can use your current... what I am using first is I'm starting with anything out of my finishes, and then next, if I can't get something to match in my finishes, I go to my WIPs, and then if it isn't in my finishes, then I go to my stash. If you don't have a large stash and you have a lot of finishes, great. If you don't have a lot of finishes but you have a large stash, great. If you don't have a lot of finishes or a large stash, well, you might have to try and use one piece several times. It just kind of depends. But I'm going to ask for specific things that you might have in your finishes or in your WIPs or stash, and you get a point for each one that you can name the artist and the piece. If you can't remember the name of the artist and the piece, or it's an unlicensed piece and you don't have a name for it, that's okay too. You know what your stash is, but you can get a point per question, not like a point per kit that works with that, and then calculate them up. I have 30 questions, unless we somehow manage to get through more than that. But that's about where we get to each time for the hour, or 2 hours, I mean, and it ends up all working out. Ray or Ace? Anybody? Nope, children are gone. I don't know what's happening. Wanted somebody to make sure the bird had food, but I might have to do that if she keeps yelling about nothing. So if you guys are ready, then I will grab the list and get started. Got them to use as a portable storage system for when I do mini dazzles. Oh, okay, there you go. And I'm sure they work great for that because I don't know that there's ever more than 56 colors in a mini dazzle, is there? Just a moment, I'm gonna make sure the bird has food. Oh, of course. You yelling about food, Birdo? I'll get you food, Birdo. Here you go. Go. Okay, bird. Now you got food. You're all right. Okay. So here we go. Let's start with the next set of 30 questions. And some of these I might not, because it's just getting harder as we go along. We've already done 60. And the further along that we go, man, the harder it's going to get. All right. So question number 1 of 30. This one says, you bought for a specific season, but didn't finish in time. You bought for a specific season, but didn't finish in time. So thinking about my finishes, because here's the other problem. I don't buy seasonal kits. I don't. It's not that I don't like or that I think that they're silly or whatever. I don't buy seasonal kits. Like maybe for a season, but not for like a holiday, right? But let's see. Well, let me see when I finished All Hallows Witch. Nope, I finished that right before Halloween. Okay, nope, not that one. I do have one. Solstice. Okay. So this is a very summery kit. Okay. And I wanted to finish it before summer was over with, but I got totally distracted by other kits. And this one I didn't end up finishing until November. So yes, I bought it specifically to do it in summer and I didn't finish it until it was fall, technically. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself 1 point for that particular kit for Solstice as a finish. All right. That was number 1. What do you guys have? Do you have anything that you bought for a specific season and didn't finish? Don't be afraid to share your answers. Yeah, I'm okay. Like I said, I'm terrible because I don't buy things for a specific like holiday. Like I don't buy Christmas kits, I don't buy Halloween kits. I don't really like that's not really a thing that I do. I mean, I suppose solstice could work for really any season, but it's not a particular season that I do because that was a summer kit. Didn't finish it in summer. Thank goodness, because otherwise I wouldn't have had a point for that. Spring Blossom. Okay, Zen Christmas from Oraloa. What up, Tigger? Question number 1, Tigger, for your finishes or your stash was one for a holiday or a season? Wait. A specific season, but didn't finish in time. So it could be like a holiday kit or a seasonal kit. That was question number 1 for our finish / whips / stash scavenger hunt. We're on part 3. Unless Peekaboo was the name of the kit. I don't know. You tell me. So this one, Evening Melodies, I had gotten for my in-laws, and I was going to give it to them went like for an anniversary, but then I wanted to kit it up and work on it. And so now I think it's going to end up being a Christmas present, which I'll finish. None as you finish it. Oh, okay. All right. Question number 2 features a cute or chibi style character. A cute or chibi style character. So that's a little harder because I don't know if I have any like characters that would be considered chibi or cute style in my finishes. All right, hold on. Let me think. Cute or chibi style character in my finishes. Well, okay, so in Catch Me, hold on. Let me look. In Catch Me, which I did before Artist's Room, she's got like Kirby and Stitch. Oh, ouch. Yeah. She's got Kirby and Stitch, and she's got a little unicorn. And I guess I would call them chibi or cute characters, right? I think that counts. I'm gonna count that. I'll call that point number 2. Schoolmates and scarves. Oh, that's yep. Those definitely are chibi. Boo was my way of saying hi since I tend to sneak in on Tuesday. Oh, well, all right then. I bought the Joy of Hanukkah, didn't even start it yet next year. Oh, okay. Well, I know you had aims on maybe working on it last year, but stuff had come up for the Hanukkah kit. But you did do one for Hanukkah, right? The one with the little girl and the candle, and I'm not making that up, right? As far as a holiday kit goes. All right, let's see. Number 3 has musical elements. Has musical elements like instruments or notes. Uh, Probably not in my finishes, but I do have one in my stash. No, I take that back. I don't have a picture of it in my book. One of my finishes was Dala a guitar, and it was a Diamond Dots piece. Yeah. Yep. That has a guitar in it. And that one is like an abstract kind of piece. I have one similar to it in my stash where it's like uh 2 people who look like they're kind of turning into musical instruments, and it has a treble clef and a bass clef I think in it, and yeah, but I do have one in my finishes. I do indeed. Maybe Dragon and Books by Maragona Sully. For your cute or chibi character? I'm not familiar with that one. Dragon and Books. I do not know. But you probably know. And if you want to give yourself a point for it, then you give yourself a point for it. La Katrina by Mandy Manzano has a piano. There you go. I love Mandy Manzano's. They're fun and they're sort of abstract. I like the outlining, as weird as that sounds. I really do enjoy the outlining. I find that really satisfying, like when I'm working on them. Really enjoy that part. Like my daughter did Rapunzel, but I had done oh, which one did I do by Mandy Manzano? I did one by Mandy Manzano, and with the outlining, it was just really enjoyable. Really super enjoyable. Song of Artemis. Okay, yes, that has a harp in it. Definitely counts. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can stick to just my stash, but or just my finishes, but we'll see. Might have to venture into the stash for some of these. Okay. The retro set from Paint Gem has multiple. Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. So does the oh, which one was it? The Rainbow Edition. I feel like the Rainbow Edition also had something with music or a musical instrument, but I'm trying to think. Keep forgetting the Paint Gem sets too. I forget that they exist sometimes because I've finished a few of those. So I might have to dip into the Paint Gem collection of finishes to answer some of these. Okay, let's see. Next question has a fairy tale or storybook theme. Number 4 has a fairy tale or storybook theme. Fairy tale or storybook theme. Well, I know I have a whip. No, I guess that's not really a fairy tale. That's based on a movie, but no. Uh Fairy tale or storybook theme. Oh, down the rabbit hole. Based on uh based on Alex. That was a book. Yeah. Yeah. Down the rabbit hole. Fairy tales. Many dazzles, that works. Just one little bite by Mandy Manzano. Okay. Yes, that would definitely count. I would say yes, that for sure counts. Oh my gosh, the confetti here is real. It is very real, you guys. You can see it already over here. Let me move the light for a second. You can see what I'm talking about. Look at that. It's all confetti right there. It's like checkerboarded basically. Red Riding Hood, Forest Friends, yep, Sleeping Beauty, Tigger and Friends, yep, that was definitely a book. Definitely counts. Trying to think of what else, if I have anything else that like in my finishes that would count as fairy tale or storybook type. I have plenty in my stash, but I don't think I have any more in my finishes that would count as not really. Not really, no. Tricky, tricky. Down rabbit hole will work. And I remembered that I did it. So that's a bonus. Okay. How about question number 5? You bought in a bulk mystery box. Well, I am not going to be able to get a point for this because I have not purchased a bulk mystery box. Okay, so I bought a mystery, like a bulk, the overstock mystery, but not the bulk mystery boxes. I've never purchased one of those before. I've purchased things from out of them, like what was from a mystery box, but I didn't purchase the mystery box to get it. You know what I mean? I can never afford the dang things when they do come around. So it's like I don't spend my money. I should, but don't know why it was so hard for me to think of her since she's right next to me in my favorite fairy tale, right? Yeah, that happens. Man, yeah, I don't think I can give myself a point for a bulk mystery because I don't have any. Well, shoot. So much for a perfect score on this one. Won't be achieving that. All right, that was question number 5. I get no point. I refuse to buy mysteries. Well, like the mystery boxes that have multiples in them, like the Christmas mystery or the Halloween that had the Mrs. Butter D and whatever. Like, even if you don't like the pieces, somebody will buy those piecemeal for ridiculous amounts of money. Like, people were buying that Mrs. Butter D for 150, 175 bucks. Like, that pays for the mystery box by itself. So even if you don't like the pieces. Now, if you're talking about regular old mysteries, like black and white, you don't know what the image is, mystery, like yeah, that's not for everybody. One, because not everybody on a mystery, because the black and white background gives them headaches or they don't like not knowing, which is also fair. Uh, I don't I've only had a couple of instances ever where I've purchased something without knowing what the heck I was going to get because too often, you can think you like something and then end up with a pile of junk. One's a no for you. Yeah. Okay, no point for me for number 5. Number 6. You customized with sparkler drills. Yes. Okay. So I've actually done this with a couple, but you know, I actually purchased special drills and put them on for Mizuchira. She had sparklers all over her. I blinged her up really nice. So, boom, number 6, I get a point. Mizuchira. I think in total, like the specials on that cost something like I think I spent like maybe 20 bucks on special drills on that one. Something like that. And I always get something a little extra too, one because, if I see something that I think might work for a future kit, I'll just go ahead and grab it because I so very rarely have the extra money to spend on, you know, enhancements and whatever. I tend to use what I have left over. But yeah, that one, Mizuchira in specific, I did actually pay extra to bling that one up. Chroma bought the enhancement set. Lady of the Lake by Sarah Mustafa. Ooh, that's a good pretty kit. Yes, yes. Um, Hate it when you grab one more on your multi-placer than you need to. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to open another bag. I have a feeling here. What am I on? 312. 312. Need another bag of 312. And there we go. All right. That was number 6. So number 7 is, oh, I got this one covered. Features a mythical god or goddess. Aha. And as Gods and Goddesses is coming up on the 1st of June, I do have lots that feature gods or goddesses, but I'm starting with my finishes, right? So, a finished one that features a mythical god or goddess is going to be, here we go. Second, I've got it. Well, I have Persephone of Spring is one, but I also have, let's see, where's she hiding? Aphrodite, that's another one. And where's my girl? Where's she hiding? I thought, no. Come on. There we go. The Morrigan. That's the one I was thinking of. The Morrigan by Chrisabug. All 3 of those by Chrisabug, actually. Right? Think. Yes. And I've got lots more gods and goddesses for not just, the event, but I really do enjoy mythology. And so I've got lots of them. Those are my finishes, but I've got many for things in my stash. And I think the one that I'm going to end up working on for Gods and Goddesses is going to be Goddess of Healing Waters. Ooh, she's so pretty. Made her outline and tattoos glow in the dark. Oh, that sounds cool. The Lake. Diana. Okay. Persephone, Queen of the Underworld by Chrisabug. Ooh, yep, that's a good one. Freya. That's another Chrisabug. Diana and Goddess of Spring. Okay. Freya, Goddess of Beauty and War. That's Chrisabug. Yeah. Lots of Chrisabug. And, it could have been a Chrisabug event, but I thought, let's make it more general so that if people don't have a Chrisabug, that, they can still play along with us, because there's lots of other gods and goddesses out there. It's just Chrisabug. She's kind of known for them. She's definitely known for her gods and goddesses. But okay, that was number 7, right? Yeah, that was number 7. Number 8 was part of a collab between 2 companies. Was part of a collab between 2 companies. Oh, geez. Well, so like Diamond Dots, they often do collaborations with like leisure art or what have you. And I feel like several, in fact, Dala a Guitar is a collaboration between Diamond Dots and Arts. And so I'm going to have to use that because honestly, I can't think of very often, especially where it has to do with diamond paintings, where they actually like companies will collaborate necessarily. I mean, they won't work against each other, but they don't necessarily like, hey, let's do a thing together. Um, yeah, that's all I've got. Two different Artemis kits and Persephone Spring. Ooh. I'm gonna go with that because yeah, I can't think of very often where companies are like, yeah, let's play nice together because they generally don't, right? I mean, not that they play mean, but they just don't collaborate. What a weird question. Okay. Well, I didn't come up with the question, so there you have it. All right. Dak and Disney. Well, so I mean, yes and no. They're not, well, that's the tricky thing too. I don't think they're directly working with Disney. I think they're licensing through a company that Disney uses to license out their images. I don't think it's actually like Diamond Art Club with Disney, but we'll go ahead and say yes just in case because I really don't know. I'm not even, we'll go with yes on that. Disney and or Dak and Star Wars, Dak and Disney, Dak and like Harry Potter. Sure. We'll go with that. Why not? Names don't matter anyway, so sure. Sounds good to me. I'll go with yeah. Okay. That were 8. Number 9 has animal prints or patterns like zebra, leopard, etc. Animal prints or patterns. Lord of the Ring kits too. Yeah, Lord of the Ring. Yep. Whenever they do those movie posters. Oh wait, they also have like Scooby Doo. Oh, my Ah Real Monsters one. That was a collab with Nickelodeon, right? This one because it even says on there like Diamond Art Club / Nickelodeon on the sticker. Hold on, where is it? Nope, it's going to be earlier than that. Early kit that I finished. Yeah, Viacom. My Ariel Monsters kit. Yeah, good one. Okay, so has animal print or patterns like zebra, leopard, etc. Oh boy. Again, I'm not big on the. I know there's a couple of Michelangelinas that have a like that have animal print. And let's say, for instance, it is an animal and has like a zebra or a leopard or whatever, then why not count that? Because I mean, technically, it has animal print, right? But anything that is like specifically leopard or zebra or whatever. Ooh, I might have to dig deep for this question. Jeez. It's hard. Can't think of anything that has a specific animal print on it because I don't have those Michelangelinas I was talking about. I know there's one that has leopard print on it and zebra print and whatever. Ooh, this is a really hard one. Um, all right, hold on. Let me pull out my list here. First, I'm going to flip through my finish book because, man, I don't know. Animal print, animal print. Oh, I did Snow Leopard Spy. That's right. And it had leopard spots. Ooh, look at me. Woo! That was a close call. Almost did not get a point for that. I don't really get stuff with animal print on it. It's not really my cup of tea. I don't hate it or anything. I just don't, not really what I buy. How about snakes and dragons? Well, I mean, technically it has snake scales or dragon scales. Sure. We'll go with yes. Why the heck not? I don't see a reason not to, as it is all in fun. Okay. Well, next question. Snow Leopard by Sandra Winther. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, wait, I have in my stash, I've got the one where the artist, she does like, here we go. I'll show you. Look at this. Steadfast heart in my stash. That has tiger on it. Tiger stripes. So if you have anything by Milan Art, that should work. He does like it's like the lady and then like half the face is turning into something else. So if you got something by Milan Art in your stash, I would think that would work. Why not? Boom. All right, next question. Number 10 has an autumn slash fall theme. Has an autumn slash fall theme. I'm going to go ahead with finishes and go with Maban because that is definitely autumn slash fall, as Maban is fall. Well, it's a fall festival. Yes, that is what I will use for that one. I don't have a picture of it because I didn't have the sticker. That one was a shared kit for painting pen pals. But I have the finished piece and it is beautiful and I love it. Enjoyed that one quite a bit. Okay. Next question. Oh, I got to give myself a point. Let me do that. Oh, that looks like the same line. There we go. That was number 10. Autumn Witches Collection by Flossie Fox Shop. Ooh, The Spiral by, yep, that definitely has a fall theme. Absolutely does. I love that painting. I don't own it, but I love it. I like Ivy Dollamore generally, anyways. I really enjoy her style, the line art style. It's very, probably the same reason why I enjoy Chris Bug as much as I do. Just good stuff. Very, very good stuff. All right, number 11 has creepy creatures, zombies, skeletons, or vampires. Well, see, I'm not good with this because I also don't buy things that are creepy in nature. Um, but let me think. Hold on. Zombies, skeletons, vampires has creepy creatures. But Samhain Night doesn't have creepy creatures on it, does it? Does it have ghosts or anything? Okay, so this one, I'm probably going to have to dig into my stash. Go with, I mean, because like Goddess of Stonehenge, that one, or, you know, that series, those would all be ghosts, right? Kind of a creepy creature, not a vampire or a zombie, but I don't have that one. I'm just helping people if you're thinking something that has ghosts in it. Closest I have is the Dali painting from Muni Made by Kikawa, but she looks too cute. Well, but it didn't say it had to be like scary. Yeah, creepy, but you know, sometimes creepy can be cute depending. I think that's fair because otherwise I might also be messed. Finishes. Creepy creatures in finishes. Let's start there. Okay, let me just flip through creepy creatures. Oh no, I don't do a lot of creepy stuff. Looking through my book. Let's see. Um, I wouldn't call any of these things creepy so far. I mean, Dia de los Muertos, but that's a human being. She's not a skeleton. She's just got her face painted like she is. I mean, this is kind of dark and creepy, right? Like she's got pumpkins in her eyes and she's crying, I don't know, pumpkin juice. It's kind of creepy. Serendipity does a lot of creepy stuff. Uh, let's see. Anything else in here that would be considered creepy? Probably not. No. Nah. No. Um, and then in my stash, Medusa, I mean, she's creepy. Uh, oh, there's that one. Um, it's called uh Echoes from the Past. She's like she's like a sea creature thing. She's like becoming coral. That's creepy to me. It reminds me of like uh Pirates of the Caribbean where uh they're all like barnacles, but they're also some sort of like sea creature at the same time. I think that one's creepy. I call that one creepy. It creeps me out. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a point for that. Forever Yours. I would think Sally. Yeah, that one would work. Sally is like a creepy ragdoll sort of thing. Um, and depending on if you like clowns or not, like I think that's kind of creepy. I think that there's a lot of things that can be considered creepy, you know? I don't think it necessarily just has to be vampires, like werewolves, whatever. I think that there's more to it than that because dolls, like China dolls and things like that, I find those creepy. Might not be everybody's idea of creepy, but you know, dolls are creepy to me. Think it's all kind of in like what you feel about it. If you feel it's creepy, why the heck not? I say count it. And I think Echoes from the Past is creepy in my opinion, but maybe that's just me. Okay, next one. Oh, it's creepy. That was number 11. Number 12 includes fire, flames, candles, etc. Includes fire. So let me think here. In my finishes includes fire, candles, flames. Oh, uh, rainy day mermaid. There's candles. There's candles in rainy day mermaid where they're like in a little candlestick behind her. That one has candles in it. Boom. Yeah, rainy day mermaid. There we go. 11 of 12 so far. It's got candles. I'm counting it. Trying to think of anything else that I have that might have like fire as a main theme or fire as a theme. I don't think I really have too much else where fire is like the main theme of it necessarily. Rose Library. Oh, yeah, you're right. That one's got candles in it. Mystery number 20 by Anne Stokes. I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it. Books Are Magic from Dak. There you go. All right. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I do have one in my stash for the creepy one. I was just thinking of the Misunderstood by Anna Morte. That one is creepy AF because she's like a broken doll. She's got chips out of her face. She's like really weird, gross looking. Yep. I just thought about that. She's definitely creepy. But I got my flame one. Okay. Number 13 represents one of your hobbies, like painting, gaming, crafting, but it represents one of your hobbies. Oh boy. Okay. Let me think here. Because I don't have Gamer Girl. I mean, I have a bunch of witches. Okay. And I don't know that that's necessarily a hobby. It is and it isn't. Um, okay, so here's what's weird. I collect Ouija boards, and Spirit has a little placard from a Ouija board in her hair as like a hair piece. And that's one of my hobbies is collecting Ouija boards. Other than that, I also collect stones and like witchy supplies and things. And so in Cauldron of Myrrh, which I recently finished, she has like all kinds of things up on this shelf here. And one of them is like an amethyst geode and like a mortar and pestle because I like to do little spells. And it's got fairies. I collect fairies. So yeah, there we go. Do you see how ridiculous this confetti is on this piece now? Like, look at that. How crazy is that confetti? It's so silly. Spooky Gamer Girl. Yeah, I wish I had Spooky Gamer Girl or even like Big Sis. I don't have that one either. I don't have Gamer Girl by um Medusa Dollmaker either. Oh, so I do also have one in my stash that is um it's a scene from Zelda where Zelda and Link, it's from Breath of the Wild specifically, where Zelda is like holding his head after he's just gotten his butt kicked, like in the rain. I have that one too, but that's in my stash, not my finishes. And since I'm starting with my finishes, okay, so that was number 12. No, that was number 13. So I give myself a point. I'm still only 1 point down. Okay. Number That was 13. Number 14 is is monochromatic or mostly shades of one color? Oh boy. For finishes, definitely apples. Apples is like basically just beige. Um, and it's just varying shades of beige. See where her sticker is for apples. It was an early finish. There we go. Apples. She's pretty monochromatic. Basically just shades of browns. So I will give myself a point for number 14 for being monochromatic. Duck bath. Yes, that one is definitely just greens and greens and greens and greens. Jamie has a kit that we call green on green on green because it's just green. The whole thing is green. And you better really like green if you're going to work on it. Blossoming knowledge. You mean blooming knowledge? Artist Room by Mrs. Butter D. I'm by no means a good painter, but I still like to paint. There you go. That works too. For one that hobbies, I don't see why not. All right. And for number 15, and then I will post all of the questions. Go back to this. Wait, 15. Here we go. Like, what am I looking for here? All right, so number 15 is features something you collect. Cats, crystals, teacups, etc. Okay, well, again, my spirit one had a placard from a Ouija board, which I collect. I showed you Cauldron of Myrrh. She's got a bunch of witchy things because I collect stuff. But let me try and pick something that I haven't already used for this one. Winter nap, taking naps and reading. There you go. Feature something you collect. Cats, crystals, teacups, etc. Something that I collect other than those things that I already talked about. Oh, let's see. I also things I collect. Kind of flipping through here. See if anything else jumps out at me. Oh, here we go. I mean, besides diamond paintings, obviously. I collect amiibos, and there's a little Kirby, and I actually have a Kirby amiibo. Yeah, there we go. And let's see, is there anything else? Just making sure there's nothing else that jumps out at me for things that I collect. I used to collect stuff out of these machines. I don't have them anymore, but I used to. Dragon and Books. Yeah. All right, let me give myself a point for that. So I have 14 out of 15 so far. All right, number 16. Number 16 is has a steampunk theme. Ooh, that's harder. Because there are ones that I've wanted to get that had a steampunk theme, but I didn't get them. Even if it has like a steampunk vibe, okay? We're gonna go with that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a steampunk theme exactly, but something with a steampunk vibe, even that would work. And I feel like with that, I don't have anything in my finishes that would be like considered steampunk themed, or even I don't have anything, but in my stash, I have um what one would be kind of steampunky? Mm, that's a hard one. That's a hella hard theme. Yeah, Jin. Yeah, it is. Uh dang. I don't think I have anything in my stash or my whips that has like a steampunk vibe. Uh no, no, no. I mean, Illumine, kind of, you know, but no, just because it seems kind of nautical, but that's more nautical theme. That's not really steampunk. Uh, no, no, no. Yeah, none of these really work for a steampunk theme. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to give this one up. Oh, yeah, I don't think so. I'm looking, but I'm not finding anything. No, no. Mm, I think I'm gonna fail this one. I don't think so. All right, let me look through my DAX here really quick. 'Cause I don't know, there might be something in here. I'm thinking nah. Nope, nope. I don't see anything. Nothing so far. I'm looking through though. Steampunk is really brown, so I don't want to diamond paint any. That's fair. Uh yeah, there's really not one that I can pin down as being steampunk. Nope. Nope. No. All right. Well, I guess I don't get a point for this one either because, yeah, I see nothing. Nope. That's going to be a no for me on the steampunk. Anybody else have a steampunk theme? I don't have any diamond painting with a steampunk theme, but my video game does. That's fair, but we're talking about diamond paintings, you silly. Well, darn, I don't get to give myself a point for number 16 either. All right, number 17 shows a night scene. Honestly, I have so many that show a night scene. Uh, like down the rabbit hole, she's like falling through a night scene. I'm working on right now. Obviously, it has a night theme. Um, so I definitely have plenty with night themes. I enjoy night themes. I think like when it comes to the moon and stars and the night sky, things like that, I really gravitate toward that just generally. And so yeah, I got lots of those. Lots and lots of those. I would say that honestly, the dominant amount of my stash probably has something with moons or stars or galaxies or whatever. Falling in Love by Mystique Arts. All right. Yeah, I've always been really obsessed with the night sky, even though it scares the choops out of me because I don't like thinking about myself as like basically the size of a dust mote in the universe. Because of course I'm the most important person and thing in my world. It's not in the world. Gotta love that. The Magic Night by Dreamy Witch. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Is that from DAC? I'll look that one up, but it sounds cool. Yeah, I definitely love me some night sky. All right, let's see here. I give myself a point for that. I'm 2 down. That was number 17, and I'm at 15. Number 18 has lots of confetti. Oh man, boy howdy. I have so many pieces that have lots of confetti. It says glitter, but I'm almost positive it means confetti because like glitter, you don't put glitter in. Uh, so lots of confetti. Um, Anything from Moon Shop, honestly. This one right now. Ones that I've finished, like the hybrid kits from Jaded Gem Shop. I finished Honor the Masses. That one was a ton of confetti, as was Veiled in Starlight, because it was a hybrid render. That one had a crap ton of confetti in it. So yeah, I have plenty with lots of confetti. Inspiration of Spring Meadows. Okay, flower delivery. Oh yeah, I bet. That's right, Amber, your rhinestone goddess. Manny, god of the moon. Yeah, that would be night themed. How do you like rhinestone goddess kit? Jen would like to know how you like the rhinestone kit, Amber. It looked really good. Seeing the finish, it looked pretty decent. I was sad that Shay J. Reed left Rhinestone Goddess because I wanted to try the Ziggy Stardust. But maybe Ever After will carry that one. I don't know. Yeah, her finish looked really decent for it. So there was that. Okay. Satura by Margaret Morales, but the colors were so pretty. Yes, yes, yes. I imagine that one's going to be. Dark Lilith also looks like that's going to be a lot of confetti, which I'm not scared of. I'm kind of excited about it, but it'll be one of those ones I got to keep in mind. Like, maybe don't do this one at the time that you're doing all these other confetti heavy kits. Like right now, I have 4 whips that are all just confetti. Like, dang. As long as I have something to offset. All right, let's see here. Love it, but very confetti heavy and acrylic drill. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they had acrylic drills. 310 is not so bad in that one. I saw one bag in unboxing. Oh, okay. Number 19. So I should have 7. Number 19 is a landscape you'd love to visit someday. Yes. So honestly, with regard to a landscape that I would love to visit someday, because most of the landscapes that I do are abstract or whatever, but specifically Grand Canal and Basilica Venice. I would love to go and see Venice. Rome, anywhere in Italy would be cool. Uh, also, like having finished, Starry Night, going to France, or having finished um the Mona Lisa, just being able to go to the Louvre and see these really fantastic pieces in person, even though they're like the Mona Lisa is teeny tiny in person, not as big as people think it is. So be cool to see that in person, or even to see all of the architecture in uh Venice and or Rome, just to be able to see all of that architecture and just that history. Amazing. The question was, uh, it is a landscape that you'd love to visit someday. And yeah, for me, it would definitely be Grand Canal and Basilica Venice, because that looks like a really phenomenal place to go and see. I've seen lots of pictures, but would love to see it in real life, you know? That would be really cool. I know there's lots of people who have Paris ones, don't have a landscape that I would love to visit. Oh, what about something that's even not a real place? You know what I mean? Like maybe, because to be honest with you, blues, even though that's not a real place, it's completely an abstract diamond painting. I would love to go wherever that is. It looks magical. Do you have any landscapes, Amber? There's this particular Sandra Bergeron that I purchased that, man, if it were a real place, and it looks like real places that I've been. In fact, when I got the painting on restock, Dustin and I were looking at it and planning a trip somewhere in like central Wisconsin, because it reminded us so much of that place. So it wasn't really a real place, but or maybe it is, but I don't know where that is. Okay. So that was number 19. I should have 17. Yeah. I'm short two, right? I do not, let me go back. Didn't have a bulk mystery box. That one. And I didn't have, what was the other one? Steampunk. Didn't have a steampunk one. All right. So number 20 is shows something sweet, like candy or dessert. Inspiration of Spring Meadows is the only landscape that I own. Okay. Is that some place you'd like to visit? Because it looks like a real place to me. Just don't know where that real place is. I mean, I imagine you bought it because it's something that either reminds you of a place you've been or is a place you'd like to go, right? I'm making stuff up now. I'm totally off and be like, no, not any of that. Okay, something that features something sweet like candy or dessert. Uh, well, I didn't get the birthday cake one that everybody else got. The birthday cake I did get her, but let me think. Something sweet like candy or dessert. That's more of a been there, done that. Here for the Food by Mrs. Butter D. I don't have that one. I have any finishes that have candy or dessert in them? I don't even know if I have anything that has candy or dessert for like in my stash. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta think. Candy or dessert? Um, Candy or dessert? Oh, this is hard. Hold on a minute. Let me look through my pictures again and jog my own memory. Love Bard. Yep, she's got suckers. I don't have that one either though. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Something sweet or a dessert? No, 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 no. Was there anything sweet or dessert in any of my paint gems? The rainbow edition. No, there wasn't anything sweet in that. Not the gothic or the black magic edition didn't have anything sweet or dessert in that. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know. Sweet or dessert? I might lose a point on this one. Nothing in there. Sweet or dessert? Oh wait, nope, that's tea. That's not a dessert. No. No. Is there anything sweet or dessert in here? Nope. Oh boy. Sweet or dessert? Oh no. There might not be anything. No. Oh gosh. Nope, no sweet or dessert in there. That's a cup of sunshine. That's not sweet or dessert. Uh-oh. No. No. Well, okay. Nothing in my finishes. None of my whips have any dessert or anything sweet in them. Shoot. All right. Now we gotta move on to my I'm gonna move on to my stash because I don't think I have anything sweet or dessert. Because I don't have any of the candy shops or outside the sweet shop or anything like that. You guys coming up with anything? Wilhelmina's Nook by Miss Holly has a small plate of cookies. Yeah, and I don't have like a Spangler with cookies because I know everything Spangler has cookies, right? Or some sort of sweet in it. I don't have any Spanglers. Um, okay, let's see. No, none of those. Nope. Nope. Oh boy. Oh, Boba Kitty from Muni Maid. I have this little teeny Muni Maid that's called Boba Kitty. And that's something sweet, right? A boba drink. I mean, drinks could be something other than sweet, but they're generally sweet, right? I'm going with it. It's about all I can think of. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Because holy crap, I don't know of anything else. Woo, that was close. All right. 81 has realistic animals, not cartoony. Realistic animals that are not cartoony. Well, in my finishes, realistic animals that are not cartoony. I'm assuming that also does not include mythical animals, right? Because they're not technically real. You know, like Veiled in Starlight looks like a horse, but it's actually a unicorn. But it doesn't look like a cartoony horse's head. It looks like a real horse's head. Uh, but oh, that steadfast heart. Because I don't think I have anything in my finishes that has a realistic animal. I mean, I guess the cat in Cauldron of Myrrh looks like a regular cat, like a real cat. What'd you guys come up with? Let's see. It says, well, it literally says has realistic animals, not cartoony. It doesn't say real, technically, but it does say realistic. So I guess some of the dragons that I have are not cartoony representations of dragons. They look like, you know, real dragons if dragons were real. But yeah, I'm going to go with Cauldron of Myrrh has a cat that's not a cartoony cat, I guess. Sure. Storytime cats and books. And then in my stash, I also have like Realm of the Cats that has real looking cats in it. So I can resort to my stash if nothing else. But I don't think I've done any realistic animals. They don't generally tend toward real animals anyways. They're usually like a dragon or, you know, a freaking mystical something or other, mermaid, whatever. That to me is like movie Dobby versus Chibi Dobby. Sure. We'll go with that. Yeah. Sounds good. That was 21. So I should be at 19. All right, perfect. 2. You bought during a diamond painting event month. You bought during a diamond painting event month. Well, there were lots. Like during Mary Morales, there was a Morales that dropped and I purchased it. Specifically because it was a Morales, yes, but because I was going to buy it anyway, but I did purchase it during Mary Morales. So if you purchased a Morales during Mary Morales, then boom, you get a point for that one. And I'm going to go ahead and give myself a point for that one. And I'm at 20 of 22. Boom. Okay, let's see. Number 23 features royalty, kings, queens, or crowns. Okay, so in my finishes, I have anything that features kings, queens, or crowns in my finishes. I feel like no, I don't have anything with kings, queens, or crowns in my finishes. I mean, like one has a diadem. Alice, she's wearing like a diadem, which is one of those. It's a crown of sorts. See, she has this diadem. That's Alice. But as far as like real crowns or whatever, not so much. I don't think so. But I also, in my stash, I have actual like Queen Elizabeth I, QE1. in my stash because I don't think anything else in here has like a crown. I mean, she has a laurel because she's a goddess, but that's not like a crown. Oh, wait, here we go. Galaxy Heart. She's wearing a crown. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Boom. Give myself a point. Chroma. Yep, she's wearing a crown. She sure is. Do you see this confetti? Like, look at how crazy that is. That is a crazy amount of confetti. The rest is all one other color now. Goodness. It's a lot. Okay. That was number 23. Number 24 features wings, angel wings, bird wings. Well, isn't that lucky? Because we did wings and anything last June and July. And it isn't fairy wings or bird wings, but it is the wings of a plane on Voyager. Voyager was, let's see, where's she at? Let me find her. She's hiding from me right now. Here we go. She's got a plane in the picture, plane wings, and then there's fairy wings in that. There's Peacock Days, which is a WIP, has peacocks in it, and they have wings. Yeah. Here's some birds in the Morrigan. That's got wings. I got wings. I got wings covered. Boom. That was number 24. Features wings, angel wings, bird wings, or wings. Number 85 has vines or ivy. Okay. Has vines or ivy. Now I have completed Houseplants edition of the paint gem, and there is actually ivy in that one. Cauldron of Myrrh that I just finished that has ivy in it. I think there's ivy in a couple of other things too that I've finished, but yeah, I've got like Forest Sprite. She has ivy. I haven't finished her, but she's in my stash. Yeah, I got lots of things that have ivy or vines in them. Oh, there must be Dustin back with Senior Beans. Yeah, I'd like to think that I've got that covered. Fairy of the Dark Forest. Ooh, Immortal Flight for the Wings one. Cauldron of Myrrh. Yep, she's got ivy. All right, number 26. Wait, 20. I should be at, if that's 26, then I should be at 24 because I'm only 2 short. Am I forgetting to give myself points? 26 was a pre-order you waited forever for. Okay, so in my finishes, and I didn't actually get to finish her because I made a big boo-boo, but I would have finished her if I didn't have a bunch of trash drills and then figured out that I had actually mixed up 2 colors as well. It was a mystery that I bought from Jaded Gem Shop it wasn't like a spring mystery or a seasonal mystery. It was actually something that I made into a mystery. It was Serena by Medusa Dollmaker, and I actually purchased it right at the start of the Lunar New Year shutdown last year. Not this year, but last year. And I waited an extra 4 weeks for that one. As far as like pre-orders. What other ones have I waited like forever to get as a pre-order? Can't think of anything specific that I waited, even though it was on pre-order. Because, Diamond Art Club doesn't do too many pre-orders, but I do know that people had to wait for a few not this most recent drop, but the one prior, or the ones prior to this last one, where people had to wait for their order. Earl Grey by Ashley Cassidy. Oh, okay. Magic Night, Under the Stairs. I knew there were a few. All right. So that was number 26. Number 27, you kitted up, but decided not to start. You kitted up, but decided not to start. I kitted up Wishes because I was going to work on her for Black History Month. And because I thought when I initially saw her that she was like a person of color, but that she was light skinned. And when I got her all kitted up and I was like looking at things, whatever, she was going to be so insanely pink, like bright, bright pink. And I got pissed. And I still have it kitted up, but I haven't actually like started working on it. And I don't know when I'll start working on it. I may not. Um, I can tell you it had me really grumpy though. So I basically just sort of left it sitting, and I decided, if I do decide to work on it, it'll already be kitted up. But if I never ever do, that's okay for right now too. I suppose if somebody else purchased it or whatever, that I would just maybe send them the stuff kitted up, like just how it is with the art dot little container that it's in, like one of the Tic Tac containers, wherever. Yeah, never actually started working on Wishes. She is kitted up and nothing has happened with that one. Blooming Knowledge. Okay, Flower Delivery. I kitted her last summer and just started this month. Oh, fair enough. A cheap unlicensed painting from 2019. It was from the movie Ponyo. Oh, I love Ponyo. It's hard too when you start working on licensed kits and you realize like the quality difference is so massive that it's like not fun to work on those kits anymore. It's like torturous work. Nah, I get that. I would have a very, very hard time going back to an unlicensed kit at this point. It would be like pointless. All right. That was 27. Number 28, you plan to alter heavily with enhancement. You plan to alter heavily with enhancements. So obviously this is a stash question. I don't have anything purchased specifically yet for enhancements, but when I do finally decide to hit up and work on Satura, I will almost assuredly bling her out hardcore. Like I will honestly go nuts with that one and getting her just looking gorgeous. I know I will. I one, it'll have to be like when I have some money to do that, right? Obviously. But on top of that, that's the one. That's the one that I would want to make sure looks just perfect is the Tura, because that one I feel like of all of the kits that eluded me, that was Satura. Like she restocked a couple few times, and I missed her because I got cart snatched twice. I missed her on like release, and so I was waiting for her to come back into stock, and I got cart snatched the first time because I didn't know um when she restocked, like I didn't have everything ready and whatever. Like it took me longer than I think I meant to when she restocked the very first time. And then the second time that she had restocked and I was cart snatched, um, that I think just was poor timing on my part. But yeah, it was a pain. Serpent Moon by Episodic Drawing, replacing the whole dark background. Ooh, Abby's ready to do some blingy blings. I'm still so super impressed with the Reutrin. Like that just, it looks, the background really looks phenomenal. And as soon as you said where you had gotten your inspiration from, it was like, oh, yep, you're absolutely right. I can see it now that you mentioned it. Like I absolutely can see that. All right. Last one. Oh, wait, I got to give myself a point for that, right? Wait, what are we on? That was 29. So I should be at 27. Oh, no, wait, that was 28. My bad. Well, let me make sure I can give myself another point here. Number 29 shows hands, realistic or stylized. And I have a bunch of kits that have hands in them, realistic and stylized hands. But let's see. The one that springs to mind with hands would be I'll go with the Morrigan, only because her hands are supposed to have like kind of like blood on them. I'll show you a picture. Hold on. She's supposed to kind of have blood on her hands, but the problem was that the way that it's colored, it looks so freaking weird in the actual painting, like the diamond painting, because you can see here she has like blood on her hands, right? But in the diamond painting, it just looks like her hands are red for some weird ass reason. Part on sleeve for hands. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, that does have hands in it. Oh, and oh, you mean for altering heavily with enhancements? Because yes, I will be altering that one heavily with enhancements too. But okay, I got my point. And then last question, features something technological like robots, computers, etc. Features something technological. Robots, computers, etc. Um, goodness, I don't know. Do I have anything that features something technological? I mean, there's a little game controller in Blue's room. There's the claw machine in Catch Me. But robots or computers, well, let's see. Yes, bots or computers. That's a hard one. Like I said, I mean, yeah, if you include the claw machine and Catch Me or the little game controller in Blue's room, fine. But as far as an actual like robot or technological, like a computer, hard. Whoop. Beans. Wow. Calm yourself down. There. Hey, dude. Calm down, dude. Watch television and gosh, help me out. Only got a few minutes. Thank you. Okay, so again, this is hard because I don't think I have anything that's really like there's this one, it's called oh, what is it? She has like a bubble gun or whatever. She's kind of like a Astrid by Micah Jelena. She's kind of like a robot lady, sort of, if I remember correctly. I can't think of anything else that has like robots or yeah, not really. Beans, bro. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go with that because if it's not the machine and Catch Me, then I don't really have anything technological in any of my other diamond paintings, but I'm gonna go ahead and count it. Why not? And we ended up with another 28 out of 30. Nico Mart. Ooh, yeah, there you go. By Jeremiah Kettner. Little rocket ship. Okay. And then like Voyager, she's got a plane. That's technology, right? Gosh. But I don't really have anything that's like robots or traditionally robotic. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I bet that one stumped a couple of people. They also don't make a lot of things with like robots and whatever, you know? Tricky. Witch's Study has a typewriter. There you go. So does what is it? Herbalist's Helper. I think she also has a typewriter or something. Big Sis, she's got a television. Trying to think of it, and I don't have Big Sis, but very it works, okay. If you got Big Sis, I'd say use it. I can't really think of anything else that would work for me. I'm gonna go with it. All right, you guys, I think that's about it. Tally up your points. Let me know how many you got. I will put the next 15 into the chat. That'll go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, got to go back farther. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Boom. Okay. There we go. Boom. All right, guys, I've got the list in the Discord if you're interested in catching up and giving it a try, see what you can get for points. I'd love to know what you come up with. Otherwise, I am headed to the usual place that I do after we do live streams. I hope that I will see some of you later on. And otherwise, you guys, I hope that you do have a really wonderful rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. All right. off I go. Please, 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 if you haven't already, hit that like button on your way out. Click subscribe if you like subscribing to things. And I will catch you again very, very soon. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good evening. Goodbye. Be good. And if you can't be good, be good.